Australia loses $36.6 billion to food waste each year, eroding supply chain value through inefficiencies operators can still reduce. Sam Quirk of RMIT joins us to break this down. Sam, thanks very much for joining us. When operators think about the cost of food waste, what are they typically missing from that calculation?
We mentioned food waste is costing Australian businesses and especially QSR businesses a lot, like you referenced, 36.6 billion, which is a large amount. Food is something that people pay for, managers pay for multiple times, right? So people are buying in food, you're paying for it once, paying staff to prepare it, you're paying for energy to store and refrigerate food, and operators are also paying someone to take it away. So when we're thinking about food waste, we're not thinking about just that final sort of disposal cost. It's the true cost of waste throughout the supply chain. So yeah, that's something that operators typically miss from some of those calculations.
Sam, what's the trend in terms of cost when it comes to the amount of food waste? Are we seeing higher cost of food waste this year compared to last year based on the research that you're doing?
Our research didn't really touch exactly on that piece, but we generally know that the cost of energy is increasing every year, the cost of staff and labor is increasing every year, and the cost of food purchasing is increasing every year, as is the cost of disposal. Landfill disposal rates are always going up. Those cost pressures on food waste are always increasing, hence focusing on reducing food waste is a key measure.
Sam, your research found a big drop-off between induction training and ongoing training. From what you've seen in the sector, what's the most likely reason operators are not following through?
Our research did identify that, and what we know about the QSR industry is that, for a lot of people, it's a first job. Whilst you're still in high school, you're going to work in the QSR sector, so there is definitely a skew to younger workers with a higher turnover. So I think businesses typically see that as a risk where you're investing in people that aren't necessarily going to be there forever. But I think the message comes back to that piece around the true cost of food waste as well, and we see, and it's well documented through various pieces of research, that investing in food waste reduction initiatives can see up to 7-to-1 payback period, and in investing in training staff who might not necessarily be there long term still has benefits from a food waste reduction.
Sam, what's the single most impactful change an operator can make right now to reduce waste?
For operators, the first place to start is definitely from a measurement perspective. You can't manage what you don't measure. So if you don't know what you're currently generating from a food waste perspective, there's no sort of key way to focus your reduction initiatives. So what we saw in the research coming through is those businesses that were measuring were more aware of their waste that they were generating. So it really brought that food waste from an out of sight, out of mind point of view to bring it more into focus. And with some changing regulations throughout Australia, particularly in New South Wales, with the upcoming business food waste mandates that are coming from the 1st of July, so in a couple of weeks, businesses are going to start to have to recycle their food organics, and part of that is really going to be focusing on that measurement piece as well. So once we sort of start to have to recycle organics and measure it, that piece of understanding where you're generating it can really help focus some of these reduction initiatives that we've highlighted through some of the research as well.
Okay, Sam, I want to go briefly to your point on the policy that's being implemented in New South Wales. How can a policy that would be implemented or that could be implemented across Australia help in terms of reducing the overall cost of food waste in the country?
A national mandate on food waste recycling would be a good thing. I think New South Wales has been trying for a long time on encouraging, like giving businesses the tools to start to measure waste, but I've kind of found with some of the challenges that they're facing with landfill capacity, that the best lever for New South Wales and particularly Sydney is to pull that mandate piece and force businesses to start recycling food waste. In terms of, I think it would have a big impact across the nation. But yeah, how that actually comes to reality is another question. But would definitely think it would be a positive thing, although some businesses might disagree. But yeah.
As always, great to talk to you, Sam, and thank you very much for joining us.
No, thanks for having me. It was great. Cheers.
That was Sam Quirk, Research Assistant at RMIT University. For more news, visit qsrmedia.com.au.